What is up, everyone? It is I, Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. Joining me today is the life of the party himself, Mr. Fawn. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing amazing. Combo Breaker has been not only a great experience, but has gone beyond my expectations, truly. It's a wonderful time to be here.
Combo Breaker always has a way of putting smiles on people's faces. And for those of you just joining us, we'll be sure you'll have lots of smiles at the greatest gosh darn fan game out there, TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. And this is looking to be kind of the grand finale for all the balance patches that we've been putting in this game for the last 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's something that's super interesting, too, is the fact of just having come in here, paid attention, in the more recent months, just trying to see how meta has been developed and how the character choices have been sort of divulging from time and time again. It's been very interesting to see people pick so many different characters today and seeing that everyone has their own brand of character selection that they want. I think that's the most important thing when you're playing any fighting game is player expression and combo expression, right? Making sure that the players feel like they're the ones in control, that they can be the ones that dictate how these combos and how everything can be set up, and I genuinely just love it. I love it. So this is a phenomenal game.
So in this latest version, you talk about the expression of combos. A lot of new moves have been added, as well as a lot of new properties, as well as new stages. Look at that, the Shirley Walker Theater, the home base of Mr. Clayface, one of the more recent newcomers in the Hellfire Encounter update, which is again going to be our grand finale for TMNT Cross Justice League.
I love it. Really solid combo as well from Antarctica, leaving the restand, leaving himself plus, but I love it. WhoDat, not letting him be swayed at all by the pressure being provided, but still, Flash is already back in there. I mean, hey, that's what he's known for, right? Being quick.
So we talk about those patches, right? That's one adjustment to Flash has been made, those restands off the EX hands.
Absolutely. Finally, good pressure as well. A couple of throws, ends up with the game going towards Antarctica. I really enjoy seeing the Flash just in general. I mean, one of my favorite characters ever, like in comics, DC Comics. I love it. Flashpoint's still one of the best comics, in my opinion, that's been out there. So I'm loving seeing what I'm seeing.
All right, so for those of you who are watching for the first time, the way EX moves work is something called the Omega Factor. So it activates when certain conditions are met, or passively, not too different from Gem Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and they will allow you to use your EX moves, and what makes those special beyond the properties of those moves is that they don't take up juggle points. Otherwise, all combos have 2 points worth of juggle, but EX moves or Omega moves are called in this game ignore juggle points.
Okay.
So you extend combos that way. Everyone in this game, or most everyone, has a move property to at least one of their specials where if they either hold down a button or mash it faster, they can get like a new property to that move without the Omega property needed to start it.
I love the tornado controlling space. He's pretty actively too. WhoDat on the defensive, still trying to block and find their way out. Love it, making their way all the way back in and avoids the throw for the time being. Escapes the corner and puts Antarctica on the back, but instead they're still trying to find some sort of way out. The control is still towards Antarctica, even though they escape the corner. The Dizzy is there, can kill off of the two. It's gonna pop it.
Got the knockdown, and there it is. Antarctica takes a 1-0 lead against the reigning champion of this game, WhoDat. Antarctica came close to winning EVO Weekend last summer, but he got stopped by yours truly.
No, okay.
But he is a nasty contender, and normally he plays Michelangelo, but the way Flash been adjusted in this most recent update, with again the new move types we're talking about, he's been having Flash as a backup character so he can save Mikey for another situation. So you saw the way that Saucer Tilt, that's also a move that's new to this update. As again, even though Clayface is a newcomer to the final update of last year, we have one more balance update that, again, is being featured here, where now he has new moves, as well as the traps you saw him set. That's also new to this version.
Goodness. What a strong showing from WhoDat at first. Antarctica seemed like it was going to be much of the same channel, same rerun of the same old show that we've seen before, but WhoDat turning things around pretty convincingly here in Winners Finals. It's so hard to deal with those traps, and especially with the Oki it is that Clayface has.
And they come from behind as well, so you can't zone out easily. So they'll sneak up from behind you, especially like in a corner. So just them from the front, that happens.
Goodness gracious.
Look, it's staying there.
Yep, unblockable. Yeah, oh my gosh. Love it.
He's got it.
Unblockable.
Got it wound up. Epic kill!
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, those Street Fighter V PTSD flashbacks right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Someone's definitely got to start running that game again. Not see anybody stepping up as a volunteer. Ooh, okay. We got that Showoken style DP from the Flash.
Yeah, gets the throw.
Restand.
I like it. Finds their way back out. Here we are with the OK again. Great block so far. Flash trying to make their way out, but instead gets trapped yet again. I love it. Popping the Omega Drive move yet again. Charges it all the way up. A solid conversion. Puts it back in the trap, but misses it.
No worries, though. We're right back where we started. A regular throw, somewhat mundane for all the zaniness Clayface introduced. And again, this is his home base. This is a stage made specifically for this game, and the song you're hearing was also made specifically for this game.
Also, really loving the fact that the community comes together to make awesome fan projects just like this. Gonna fuck the conversion as well into the super. The traps are so unbelievably hard to deal with. And it's something that really struggles. It's something that a lot of players struggle with to try find a way out to escape. I mean, of course, from what you're seeing, he's throwing up the spike ball in the air. It's tracking him wherever it is that Flash is going, right? But thankfully, he's fast enough to avoid some of those homing projectiles. But the traps are just controlling so much space, and Flash needs that. Flash needs that free real estate to be able to move around the screen as much as he needs.
So also keep in mind, we talk about dealing with the traps. It's still a very new feature to this game because Clayface only got this move fairly recently, and not everyone has figured it out yet. Again, we're trying to finalize balance in the very near future. So this is kind of like our final big test run before we make those last minute changes. So everyone is trying to figure out what's too good, what is too weak. I dropped the link there, unfortunately. More info on this stage. So I was one of the main writers on this game, and for Clayface, I storyboarded it, I curated the music, I paid for the artwork, and this is like Clayface's final stage in his story campaign. I should know, because it's Winners Finals, it's going to be first to 3.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, it will be a first to 3.
Yes.
So far, WhoDat leading things up 2-1. Not doing too bad either. Still controlling that space a lot of the time. And Antarctica manages to get caught yet again. Another solid B&B to set up. There's the Oki.
The way it lingers. Oh my goodness. All right, by the way, he has had those trap balls since his debut last year. So that's not new to this patch. That's always been that good. So on top of having Oki coming at you from the air of that delay in the fall, you now have to worry about your feet as well and how long that lingers.
Right, exactly. Just a great way to be able to keep things down. A huge combo from Antarctica gets the EX as well. Not going to quite find it there. Pumps a little bit, sips a little bit of the juice. Oh, gets the cross up as well. The overhead may not have been ready for that. The super to get the KO. A real solid showing. For
every character, and this is also new to this version, as in like the one we're seeing that's kind of getting rolled out right here for the finale, now everyone's taunt has like a third strike style effect.
Oh, so it gives them a buff.
Yes.
Nice. Solid conversion. There it is with the trap yet again. Gets the normal throw. Setting up for the Oki. Spike ball there. Not going to find the hit, but instead sets up for a strike throw situation. I love it. Gets the Oki yet again, but Flash makes their way back out.
Another thing about those taunts, those effects will only activate if they complete the taunt. They have to let the whole animation be seen through. And I don't think Trey will let that happen. WhoDat advances to Grand Finals winner's side 3-1, trying to get 3 championships in a row for TMNT Cross Justice League at Combo Breaker.
Yeah, it's 100% unfortunate, really. It's one of those things where it's like an Oki that's so good that you have to try and find different holes within the neutral of the game. You don't want to find yourself in a scenario where you can end up having to block a variety of different tools, or being in a situation like that where you have no choice but to essentially eat several other unblockables, right? So you have to find a way out, try and play the neutral as best as you can, and find a good way to be able to circumvent a lot of that pressure that might be coming through on the opposing side, or even trying to set up your own offensive pressure on your side, right? This game is very aggressive. A lot of what it was that I was seeing today, even throughout pools, everything of the sort, a lot of characters have a variety of different ways to make sure they can maintain pressure and stay on top of people with OK.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to get our next matched up. It's going to be player 1, Slayer, and player 2, SenkouZero. And they will be coming up in just a moment. We will have our people up front direct them. But in the meantime, I do want to talk more about this game and all the love we put into it.
Of course.
Beyond the gameplay that you're seeing, I mean, for those of you who really love this game, you can even look back at previous Combo Breakers. It was a main game at Combo Breaker 2022. But even then, we have continued to grow. Our teams continue to grow. New artists, new composers, new players, obviously. Like since that big unveiling in 2022 at Combo Breakers, the main game, the Ohio scene in particular, of which Sentai Slayer is a major part of, They have been playing this game on a weekly basis since the start of 2023. So they are trying to very much show the world it's Ohio versus everything, but for now, Sentai Slayer is the last one standing from the people at Level 1 Bar.
Wow.
Repping the Ohio area.
Okay, yeah, that's the last remaining hope. And what better to prove that point than playing one of the people's hopes, one of the greatest superheroes out there, Superman. I was watching him play it earlier too. Superman
is someone, even though he doesn't have much in the way of low attacks, the way Sentai plays him, he always has like a unique overhead throw mix. So even though he doesn't have much of the way of low strings to really pester you when it comes to like crouching shorts, he doesn't need to. It's either an overhead or a command grab, and one of them's going to be waiting for you. And with the way he does his sets up that overhead, is Superman has a flight state, and he can easily undo it as soon as he activates it.
Yeah, that's actually insane too, because that's something that I was seeing. It sets up a lot of pressure and a lot of mix-ups, because there was a couple of times where Sentai was trying to fight against his opponent for quite a few times, and it was a little bit unfortunate. But if you guys haven't already, you can see right there on the screen that you can register for EVO today. Use discount code CB2024, Combo Breaker 2024 to get 10% off of your next registration. Absolutely wonderful time. If you guys haven't already been to any of these events before, this is where it's at. Coming to these majors, enjoying yourselves, and having a great time more than anything is some of the most important things that bring us all together as fighting games, as fighting game players, as fighting game community members, as most importantly as family. So if you guys haven't had the chance to check that out, please be sure to register for EVO. It's going to be an amazing time and a wonderful opportunity for everyone who maybe hasn't been to a major yet.
I remember when I was playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken and hosting it there for several years. I remember when I finally won Cross Tekken at EVO. Against, and one of my opponents who I defeated was someone who had won 3 years straight prior. I remember that pop-off.
Yeah.
This is my yard now. And Roman Reigns just said to Undertaker about a few months prior, so it's still fresh in my mind. I was on a bandwagon long for anybody else.
Yeah.
Skull Vikings.
Yeah. Hey, listen, absolutely. When you work that hard to make sure that you can dethrone somebody that's been as prominent as they have been in the community like that, you deserve to pop off, right? So, like that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with popping off when it's something it is that you've worked very hard for.
And that's what I want to see, because again, WhoDat is trying to look for his third straight victory here in Combo Breaker. I want to see one of these players step up and stop him, whether it be Sentai Slayer or Antarctica, who came out west from out west to come here, or SenkouZero, who has been his sparring partner in Virginia for many years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, just having sort of that same camaraderie as well, coming into a tournament setting. It's somebody who has a lot of my closest friends have been tournament friends of mine as well, just traveling from tournament to tournament. It's been something really interesting when you run into them in bracket, because there may not be a lot of things that you may be able to surprise them with, because you've been playing together for so long. You might be able to take advantage of certain things that you may have figured out, but they may not have put forth that.
See, that's a tough thing, because everyone in this top four, they all know each other. We still run regular online events for this game, and they have played each other many, many times. SenkouZero is actually part of our staff for TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. And he is playing the significantly adjusted Cyber Shredder. So he used to be a very straightforward charge character, very much like Balrog, with either like his headbutt or his dash uppers. He also has a reflector, as you saw. But now he has ways with his Omega moves to create some really nasty left-right situations. And you're going to see that like that. The Smell My Armpit, that is a new adjustment to the Omega version of his Aura Crusher. That used to be just a launcher, like a dashing uppercut that launched them. But now it's that, and he can link off that. And also, from when he starts dashing towards you, he can't be hit very easily. The way to hit him is either get him in startup or catch him just as he's about to execute that move. And you're seeing how hard that can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was seeing it happen a little bit earlier in pools too. It's a very, very quick move, just as you were saying. Sometimes when you got the reaction speed, you got to play on your toes. And there it is, the fly. I love it.
And he still has the dash upper in case he needs it.
Yeah, and hey, what better time to use it than actually stop Superman from flying, setting up for those mix-ups into strike, into the command grab, like you were saying. I love it, the tick throw. Yet again,
that's also a new move, an overhead. He didn't have that before. Again, everyone in this game has moves they didn't have last year. So the whole meta has shifted on its head, among many other eccentricities we'll talk about a little bit later in the stream. Oh, no!
Goodness. Faster than a speeding bullet. So try to keep the pressure going. Try to use the EX, and there's the free. This is going to be so much damage, chat. Watch it with me.
Icy cool flavor, icy cool breath, and it's going to last and last, my friends.
There it is.
Ooh, so
again, the overhead and the command grab.
Told you. Bam. Oh, the stun. We'll talk more about. All right. About the stun. Okay, it's done.
Yeah.
So something else that's changed the meta. The way stun deteriorates over time is now much faster. So you gotta stay on them to keep that stun.
Right.
Before it was like the way I normally play was like, okay, I got a knockdown, I got some stun, I'm gonna chill for a bit and then come at them because the stun can still be there when I get my hands on them again. Not so much anymore. Now it's all about the Oki. Now it's all about the setups, the resets. You gotta stay on them like a shark.
Very much so Street Fighter 4-esque as well in that thought process where you have to do a lot of the same thing. A lot of the presence of that game was a lot based off of its Oki managing to get the hit.
And early on, like the stun stayed for you a long, long time.
Yes, yes.
And in later games, it just happened like we're talking about right here.
Exactly. There's a Superman punch. Trying to find their way back in. There's the EX. There's the cross up yet again. Super. Not going to be dead. Has a sliver left. Tries to pop him with the super, but not going to find it there.
All right, Senkou up 1-0.
Listen.
Trying to get that top 3 where he will be facing Antarctica if he can stop Slayer from reverse 2-0ing him.
There we go, got the mix up. Manages to get the uppercut as well, remains safe.
I love how he's spacing that dashing punch.
Carried him all the way from wall to wall. Give it a bad. Once the Oki here goes for the jump in. Gonna block that. Keep the pressure on him still by controlling with those normals. Doesn't want him to leave. What a confirm.
So you know we here at the House of Cross Wires love our juggles.
That's fair.
The restand, the timing on that's very strict. That is way harder than it looks, ladies and gentlemen.
Damage. Tons of it. Drops right back on in there.
Oh,
Finds the counter hit. He tried to mash.
Are we shimmying, sir? And again, Superman only has one low, the sweep where he goes for your ankles. So the fact that his overhead throw is so threatening, you still get hit by that on wake up. Yeah. The low is something he doesn't really need too much of. Superman fights with arm, he does not hit below the belt.
Oh, man. Manages to get the cross up too. Trying to do found the confirm, but it was already jumping back and was retreating.
We talked earlier about how nasty the flight can be.
Yes.
And how characters have trouble anti-airing him because of that, because when he comes down, either with that move or with a lingering air normal, it's hard to anti-air him. But Shredder's one of the few characters who can because his headbutt goes, all right, Tink's got the hang of it, because his head goes so high in the air, so you don't want to fly too much, because, okay, we got the juggles. Perfect.
Next hit will do it, though. Senkou has to be very careful about how he's approaching this next pressure scenario.
He's always making sure he's a down back right in case he has to headbutt Superman out of the air.
Oh, good cross up as well, and finds the confirm and the kill. Senkou tying things up 1-1. Slayer is down a match currently. Senkou might be able to go up 2-0.
So if you're wondering why I'm applauding, it's not just the fact that Senkou is part of our staff. I am also from Virginia, and Senkou is someone, just like you said, I have faced him many times, and he is someone who's gotten pretty tilted. He's got those Ume Shoryus on deck. It's hard to catch him off guard when you're trying to Oki him, because he might have a headbutt ready, he might not, or he might just have that new move, the armpit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's always something with him.
Nice, manages to get it as well. Drops the confirm, was a little bit too far away, gets the cross
I think Slayer's trying to get wise to it, though. The good news is only, I think, -5 is what Senkou said. So even if you do block it, your punish got to be super tight.
There's about to be so much damage. People's hope right now. Finds the damage. There's the stun as well. This is going to be death for Body. He doesn't drop this, but he gets to reset the counter hit. Freeze breath.
You hate to see it happen.
That's it.
Tied 1-1.
Realized there was a gap probably in that conversion as well and tried to mash out of it, see if they can actually try and find some way to appropriately wake up without putting themselves in a bad spot, but got counter hit instead. Unfortunate.
Okay, so we are going to game 3. Win or go home for both players. Okay, so yeah, you see how he's like trying to space, like he can't do it like Char too far away or be too obvious about it. You don't want Superman coming down for you with the Comet Punch, because that's a good deal of priority to it.
Yeah, it does. Manages to at least get the wall, but drops it. Able to find the confirm they're looking for. Tries to go with the dive bomb. Trying to get the pressure on. Good challenges from both players.
Look at the size of those buttons, too.
Yeah.
Like he can, again, because this game has a chain combo system in the style of Alpha 1, he can pretty much confirm that long crouch jab into all sorts of nonsense.
Oh, there's the cross.
Caught you sleeping.
Senkou.
All right, Senkou is on set point.
Really strong look so far. for both of these players, having tied things up 1-1 with Senkou. Utilizing a lot of those special normals it is that he needs to be able to try and control that space. Slayer has to be careful. He knows that. You can tell by how he's flying.
Yes. You see, he tried to go for it there, but you saw the priority of that Comet Punch. Ooh, okay. I love how both of them are spacing it. They're making sure that no matter what they do, there's always a pressure situation. Okay, this time he caught him. That was that Ume Shoryu effect I was talking about with SenkouZero.
Nice. So keep the pressure. Good stuff with the block. Cross up.
Blocked it twice.
Cross up again. Try to find their way all the way in. That super is sitting there waiting. Found a little bit of a poke.
Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. You want to be careful. If it lingers too long, it might still freeze you at the very end of it.
Okay, so it's the back throw. So keeping it, blocks the overhead.
Oh, he's still got frame advantage thanks to that flame. That's a move that was added to Team Crest Justice League a couple of years ago. In Fireball Wars, really used, especially the EX version. And it's a mid-range tool. It's fantastic. Uh-oh, here we go. Lots of damage. Great conversion from SenkouZero. Slayer's on the ropes.
Flying back and forth.
Oh, got him! We talked about it earlier.
We did.
But the EX version, like, oh, you're going to try that? That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
SenkouZero advances and tells everybody who are hoping for Ohio versus everything, everything won.
Hey, listen, and here we are, man. That's just sort of how that's just sort of how it goes, right? A really, really strong showing from a lot of different players here so far. Of course, here in top 4, it has been an absolutely amazing time seeing a lot of what's been going on with TMNT versus Justice League. We're going to cut to a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to have Losers Finals for you. Don't go anywhere, guys.
All right, everybody. It is time to begin Losers Finals of TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. Again, this is a fan game made by some very passionate creators, whether we have artists, the players themselves who help beta test the game, the writers such as myself and SenkouZero, the composers such as the music that you heard for both those stages, which were made for this game. I mean, lots of people have shown, people you may recognize, like Nona. He did all the endings and he did the intro for this game. Nona of SNK fame.
Yes.
We also had, for Karai's story mode, the artist of Martial Champions, also one of the main concept artists for the original TMNT Tournament Fighters. For Clayface story mode, my buddy Osmar Shotgun, who is one of the artists for Pocket Bravery.
Oh, awesome, yeah.
You also have artists...
He also did the poster that you guys are using in Combo Breaker, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have it with me, everyone, so you have to look it up online later. Back to our action, you know? Oh, one of those special intros. Antarctica. So even though it looks like Leonardo, it's actually Michelangelo with a palette swap. So I said earlier that Antarctica has that Michelangelo. That's actually his main option, or what I'm best known for, because this is who he played at EVO last August. He's got his work cut out for him.
So far, Senkou controlling the pace of the match, but TP as well. Fireball coming out from Mikey. Manages to catch him too. This is going to be a nice confirm, but doesn't finish it off. Just carries him to the corner, and DP's right out. Senkou does not want to deal with that breath.
Oh my goodness. So every time Shredder knocks you down, what Senkou likes to do is he likes to kind of mix you up on which side he's going to be on for that giant button he has. It can be pretty ambiguous. Kind of goes both ways a bit, like that. So even though he had that reversal on deck, it still wasn't enough to stop Shredder from just getting clipped. And then Senkou had a reversal of his own.
Yeah.
By the way, you saw Michelangelo do that that back forth. That's a new move to this patch. So we're using that to extend his combos because one of his main combo extenders got changed a bit.
Still on Fireball.
I dropped it. So Michelangelo, for those who know, is a hybrid character. He has both motion moves and charge moves. So it'd be hard sometimes to know in which situation you want to use which move and have the charge that you need, especially with the new side switch move that he has. So what he's going to do to be storing a charge is doing those chain combos and storing a charge that way.
Really good confirm off of him too. Not going to be able to pop the super, instead carries him to the corner. Super right on back out from Senkou. Fireball, gotta be careful. No HP. Or the Melty Blood Pixel, good reflect. Finds the pressure, but the low forward. Gonna be able to clip him out.
So yeah, this is another, Michelangelo can do a little bit of everything. He has obviously offense, force him to hit the rolling attack. But the way, he also has a flash kick, and you have to watch yourself because Antarctica, much like Senkou, is always charging something. It is hard to jump in on Antarctica. He's always waiting, always watching, and he can combo off his flash kick, especially the EX version. Careful. Oh, but not deep enough to get the jump in he wanted for the combo.
Still maintaining the pressure as best as possible. Manages to get the hit yet again. Full body splash. Side swaps.
Oh, he tried to get a tick throw in, but Senkou said no thanks.
DP yet again.
Another change this version, I feel it's pretty relevant. Now you've seen that reversal a few times. You can no longer combo off of reversals. So that was something that really made things explosive. Came to trying to force people to do something on Wake Up, because if you did get hit by Wake Up reversal and it had comp potential, it could lead to some pretty big swings. Now if it's used as a raw reversal, it's just going to be a hard knockdown situation like that. So everyone's got to change the way they think about how to use those moves and what happens when they do. Well, okay. So you saw that Michelangelo went for command grab, and Shredder said, I'm going to jump behind you. Everybody in this game, this has always been there, not unique to this patch, has a universal command grab. And those command grabs all lead to various combo or Oki situations. So even though everyone has one, though, they're not all technically grapplers. We'll address that more if we see any grapplers in this game.
Pressure.
Rather, in this set, I should say. There are plenty of grapplers in this game. You know what I mean.
Slowly maintain the pressure as best as possible. Side switch, get fireball. He took the bait. Side swap yet again.
He missed the link, though. We could have kept that going for a while. And again, because Omega moves, or Omega meter kind of activates halfway past just by doing good things, it can be easy to lose track of if your opponent has Omega meter or not, and that can kind of blow you up and get a little bit too tunnel visioned.
Nice. Going to find the kill here, too, off of a really, really solid confirm from Antarctica. Really strong. We love it, Mikey. The best Ninja Turtle. Not my personal favorite. Leo's my personal favorite, but Mike is pretty awesome, too.
Leo is the master of real, honest fighting, but at least he has Leo's colors to make him feel better, right?
Spirit's big brother always there with him.
There we go.
Really solid confirm. Look at the damage on that, man.
And that was, yeah, that kind of saved his meter a bit as well.
I like it. The walk under as well. Antarctica want to find opportunity, but
no!
On the other side.
So that's his parry super, but because he was behind him, he just acted from behind and kind of whiffed on it.
Super available for Senkou yet again. Trying to use the Shredder's normals. Hunting turtles. Shredder, what Shredder does best is the forward throw. Maintaining forward.
Oh, he got the overhead.
The overhead as well. Not going to find a crazy confirm. Just enough damage to make sure the pressure is put on from Antarctica, and I love it. Finding their way out. Fireball to set up yet again. Here he is, back on ready in. Mikey. What's the plan here?
He can't jump forward because he'll probably get flash kicked, so Senkou's got to be careful and find a way around that. Oh, he got in his face. He blocked. Okay, that was getting wise, that move. Now we're going to see how it's addressed. Go! Go! He called out. He knew that was not a true string, but no difference. You said earlier about, I said about the reversals earlier. There it is. He's always waiting, always watching, always.
Always planning. That's the thing. You have to be able.
There you go.
Hey,
you see, Senkou said, I got one. And Eric said, that's nice, I got one too. And then Senkou said right back.
You got to be able to find your way out of these scenarios, right? It's about weathering the storm. And then once you find your small opening, there it is. Get right out of all of that pressure it is being applied. So there it is yet again. The links. Gets the DP. Finish things off. Set up for Oki. Tried to grab him. Missed it. Gets the cross up too, but no confirm.
Missed the link. So you want to be careful doing this if you're Mikey, because remember, Shredder does have that plane, and you saw how fast it goes against Superman. Yeah, see, he's over right now, but he knew his way around. He knew his way around. He's going to burn those resources. Get that big chunk of damage.
Even life now. Tried to anti-air him, but
he
messed
missed
up.
it. Normally he catches that.
Trying to find his way back out. Senkou and Arctica both of them tied up one apiece. The victor here in Losers Finals. Shredder making their way in, trying to hunt Turtle as best as he can. Mikey wanting to get the side swap yet again to maintain pressure, but doesn't quite find it. It's anti-air as well. The flame, great confirm from Senkou.
And again, because Omega moves don't take a juggle points, combos can extend like that in ways they couldn't otherwise.
Thank you. Tenderize. Blocked the DP as well.
All right. I said earlier about the
stun. He missed it.
He wasn't expecting that. But anyway, you saw how that combo, if those moves are using combos, they'll still have the old juggle properties. It's only if they're used as raw reversals when they lose their juggle properties. And again, that is something new to this particular version of TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. Hellfire Encounter. Senkou up to 1. He's trying to prove that Virginia is for winners. Because again, Senkou and WhoDat play all the time down in Sova, down in Hampton, and I'm about an hour up north in Richmond, Virginia. Would that be something? If Virginia takes over. I'm totally being impartial, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, great. I love it. Underway out, blocks across it as well. Body splash from Mikey.
So you see how everybody's jumping in? Okay, so obviously on knockdown, that's like, oh, you have to respect.
Yeah.
But if you're waiting for it, you know they can jump. Beyond just having your reversals and your headbutts and your flash kicks, if you anti-air them with a heavy attack, it'll cause a float sweep. Much like Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Right.
And that leads to juggles off those anti-airs.
Huge confirm here. Has to maintain it as well.
Okay,
be able to pop that super.
The
links. Oh my goodness, the stun as well. Michelangelo.
Yeah, he said, all right, a back combo, we'll make it a front combo too, and we'll just put you right back over there. Back and forth, we're gonna hit your from all angles.
Heroes in a half show. Turtle ball.
Indeed. I mean, this is a deep rivalry. Even though this is not the Shredder that they quote-unquote know and love, this is still a hated enemy of the Foot Clan. So the story of this character, he's actually Shredder's Kagemusha.
Oh, okay.
He is not the true Rokusaki. He is a robot construct that can take over the clan in his place while Shredder's been considered dead. The true Shredder is Omega Shredder. And we'll talk more about him if we see him in this tournament. But yeah, this is actually Shredder's Kagemusha, just like King Lion and King Leo in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum.
Pressure, I love the
very smart of Senkou to know that is not a true block straight. Finally found the gap.
Oh.
And Mikey said, that's nice, I've got Dragon Breath, and we are tied at 2 games apiece. Antarctica came from out west, and he is here in the Midwest, or Mid-East, depending how you look at it. And he's here to show that the left is going to be the one to win with top-out directions. The West versus the East. Oh, no! Like I said, from the back to the front.
Taking pressure. But I like that Senkou just walked out of it. Oh, caught him anyway, hit the button.
It's tough. All right, yeah, about to say. Now Antarctica is, or not quite though. He fell asleep and he's going to pay for it.
So much damage! Oh
the
my
Omega
goodness!
Super.
All it took was one, and that takes it right back. That is going to make put Antarctica up around here in losers finals. It's going to be 1-0 currently. Mikey versus the Shredder. Do it for your brothers, fam.
Antarctica on set point, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, the crossover.
Once again, Antarctica got second at EVO Weekend, so he is no slouch. Okay. Talked earlier about the Oki and how important it is now, especially this update. You're seeing it right here.
Oh.
So he charged against extra stun on as well. He knew it was going to hit exactly, so he kind of made Senkou flinch a bit. Oh no, he's
that. Everybody needs to drop this. Antarctica, there's the stun. Oh, he missed it, and he got hit with the super.
He was mashed. He had to be like saying,
he went straight over it. That happened again. That's going to be in Antarctica.
Wow.
Moving on to grand finals.
Drama of TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo at the highest level.
Oh, man.
Yes, as I said earlier, Antarctica has traveled a good deal to come compete in TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. He is someone, you can tell he loves his game. To be as traveled as he is, to have seen him in Vegas, to have seen him here. But that's not to say Senkou isn't someone who has his heart on his sleeve. Like you see the TMNT Cross Justice League shirt he's wearing. And I won't say too much, but I do know he has traveled a good deal to play this game just as Antarctica has. So Senkou should be proud of how he did. I mean, this was a deep tournament, and for him to get third place, it's admirable, and I'm really proud of him to have shown off a character who most people were sleeping on for a long time until this update.
And it can be difficult too, I understand. Like having the aspect of just having a natural competitive spirit means that you're going to run into situations where sometimes you may not perform as well as it is that you think that you could have, but that doesn't mean that you don't perform well, right? I mean, the spirit of competition is in all of us here. It's the camaraderie, the love. It's what makes fighting games beautiful and what brings us all together, no matter what it is that we're deciding to play, no matter where it is that we're deciding to look or where we want to go. We are here for this reason, and it's the fact that we can compete against our brothers and sisters and our friends alike, our other competitors and like-minded individuals, and be here to be able to play whatever game it is that we want. The passion and the love that is shown not only in this game, but throughout all of Combo Breaker is something that's extremely important, and it means a lot to a lot of these people. So it makes a lot of sense. They work hard, now they're here, and we're already in grand finals, you know? So, hey, listen, it's a lot of work that goes into this.
there's something I always like to do in this situation. For those of you who watch my streams, whether it be anywhere, pretty much anything with this logo, I've seen in plenty of places.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is now time for our main event of the evening.
Absolutely.
Introducing first from Losers Bracket, he is the cold-blooded killer himself, Antarctica.
Absolutely.
And from Winners Bracket, the reigning, undisputed TMNT Cross Justice League champion, WhoDat.
And now listen, here's what's super interesting to me, right? Is that having seen both of these characters, it's Michelangelo and then the
Button check, probably.
Definitely button check. Michelangelo on the side of Antarctica, and then there's Clayface on the side of WhoDat. I think what's super interesting as well is we saw the flame being utilized by Shredder so often. I would imagine that a couple of times Antarctica actually utilized one of Mikey's moves to actually go over that flame. I imagine it could be sort of a similar situation when it comes to Clayface pushing out those traps, correct?
So, yeah, but there's also something you need to keep in mind. WhoDat has a deep roster of characters he's won tournaments with. So it may not be Clayface, it may be Wingnut, it may be Green Arrow, who also got a lot of change this update to make him very threatening. Could even be Rat King.
Hey, the Rat King.
Rat King got some new moves too. We'll talk more about that if we see them. But for now, it is time to not just have our main event, but also have a very special presentation as a thank you to IFCYipeS for hosting TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo and having it here on his stream at Combo Breaker. And you'll see that in just a moment. You see what I mean? There's Wingnut.
You're right. There's a deep roster of characters coming through, just as you had mentioned. And here we are.
Right, there's
Clash.
not the one. There's not the one.
Oh, okay, I
You
see.
picked the wrong one.
Still sticking with it, I see. Yeah, just
button
butt check.
Yeah.
Got it good. Wingnut was one of those characters earlier that I was talking about when I kept in mind the fact that we're talking about a deep sort of emphasis on Oki throughout this game. Wingnut has a very, very powerful Oki. It was that I was witnessing earlier from some of the other players that were playing throughout the bracket.
In many ways, this update is somewhat to address the dominance that has been shown with Wingnut because his Oki was beyond the pale.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, because we talked about how pacing used to work, because he did have such Oki in ways that others didn't, it made him very threatening. So he got a lot of adjustments for this, what we hope to be the final version after we make a couple of tweaks here and there. We did have some bugs that we pointed out in Pools. But for now, let's see what happens in Grand Finals.
Absolutely.
Who is that handsome devil? And who is that wonderful gentleman on the right?
Wingnut versus Michelangelo. So right back in.
Okay.
Oh, the trade with both projectiles.
That's interesting to have that side switch all the way back there. But again, Michelangelo has a lot of side switch type moves, so I guess in a way it kind of tied into his DNA now. He didn't have the back and forth before.
Makes his way in. I love it. Finding the gap where necessary. Not going to find the confirm, just setting up for Oki. Found the hit, so the confirmation off of that Oki won't be too much. Finds the soft switch. I love it. Keeping pressure and maintaining it pretty well, too. Good anti-air.
Yeah, you have to watch it. Even though Wingnut has been heavily adjusted, so his Moonbuster isn't quite as dominant as an approach tool. He has to charge a little bit to get the full range for it, as well as having, as well as having other adjustments that we're seeing a little bit compared to last time we saw Team Cross Justice League at Combo Breaker. It's still a problem to deal with him. I mean, he's not as dominant as he was before, but that doesn't mean he's free.
Absolutely.
Oh,
not sure
that's smart.
all. There it
grab.
is.
That's not going to take the round. But
there it is. Double DP.
And for those wondering, the gentlemen on the far right are SenkouZero and JM Cross.
That's awesome.
You see me flapping my gums right there. Much like I'm doing here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Nice.
The rolling attack has always been an important part of Michelangelo's block, as well as his approach offense. But the fact that Wingnut can't easily combo, it's like, again, because reversal can be combo when used as reversal. Before, like, when Wingnut did that, he would get full combos off that. So if you try to approach him, you still lose half your life and deal with the Oki afterwards. Right now, Antarctica not giving a chance to really start into that. He has this match scouted. Oh, out of the reversal. But this time it won't combo because it was used as an extender rather than as a reversal.
Very solid as well, gets the normal throw. Looking for the projectile, tries to find their way all the way back in, and manages to find a straight hit in order to close out the round. Antarctica, WhoDat, 1 round apiece here in grand finals to see who can potentially break this tie and take the first game of the final bout.
I have a feeling we may be here a while, my friend. I have no problem with that. This game is amazing. Watching high-level plays equally amazing. Let's see if Mike... All right, side switch. Oh, you saw that? The back and forth? Yeah, again, even though Wingnut got adjusted, they're not quite as dominant. That's still a big problem. But he would always catch people with that in the earlier versions, and now he has to work the Oki a little bit harder, but he'll still get it if he's looking for it, and the opponent isn't wide staging.
Still able to hit as well. Tries to find the cross up. Instead, gets swept. There it is.
Careful.
Eventually,
He's going to use that move buster, and then they can use it to build to the dive. Oh, both of them were popping supers, and neither went for it. However, with a dashing punch, WhoDat and Wingnut are now up 1-0.
Yeah, the super back and forth, finding the gap where they need to. Tries to close the gap, and they do. Manages to find the last straight hit. So go for Oki, gets the back throw. Sets it up for an even better situation for WhoDat. Nice dive bomb right on in.
Someone's popping off on the other stage, but no worries. We're here with Team Crash Turbo, and the hype is equally as enticing here on IFCYipeS. Again, thank you IFCYipeS for hosting this game, and we hope that this cameo that you're seeing on this stage, if you do miss to watch the footage, is something that tickles you, you know? Thanks for all you do for all these games.
And just get the low forward again, side swap, just to make sure they can actually get in the corner, but found the hit that they may have been looking for. It pops the super, is going to find tons of damage off of this Antarctica. Oki tried to go for the safe jump, was expecting a DP and doesn't quite find it. Setting up for the Oki on this other side is WhoDat. So trying to find their way out, gets the super with a body splash all the way over.
Ooh,
good toss.
Throw, and a little bit of an extra hit on that roll. I don't think WhoDat was expecting it.
Caught him last time, catches him again.
And you see how, again, this particular version is all about the Oki. It was kind of in the other version, but this version in particular, because of all the changes to stun deterioration and things of that nature, it's very important that once you get a knockdown, you better have something ready for it afterwards. Otherwise, your opponent just might do right back to you and not be so lenient.
The hood. Trying to make their way all the way back in, and there it is, the stun, WhoDat.
Yeah, that time WhoDat made sure that Mike Lynch not have any time to breathe.
Not at all. Sometimes that's all it takes, you know?
Yep.
Just one opportunity to lead into a slew of different decisions that you have to maybe see if you can escape. I love it. Utilize the DP Antarctica. Trying to close the gap, fireball all the way to go out there. There's the dive bomb. There's the hit.
That's going to extend. Very smart of Antarctica to realize what happened. And this... Oh, he let get away. No worries, though. He tried to get that cross up, but it looks like WhoDat nearly evaded it. Maybe it was slightly mistimed.
Oh, the parry super.
There we go, super 2. So every character in this game has 2 supers. Like, the animations look similar when they're actually activated. When it comes to, like, the startup, the difference. That's the utility difference. So, okay, trade. And I think Antarctica flustered. Another trade. Oh, he was looking for him this time. Yeah, WhoDat was wise to the tactic. This time I'm just going to do a jump back into super, and being I got priority, down you go.
Exactly, and especially since Antarctica is quite using that low forward quite a bit, or that low short, just trying to see if they can actually stuff things out just for a little bit to see if they can actually close the gap by forcing them to have to block some of those lows and giving themselves an open opportunity. I love the jump back super to avoid that. Really,
notice how every time he does that, he always does that backdash to catch Michelangelo. So even though Michelangelo looks like he's free, he's actually not.
Right.
Wingnut is the master of make opponents feel a very false sense of security.
Oh.
A little bit too late. No worries, though. But did do it to punish.
Oh, there's the throw. Back throw. Keep him in the corner for the time being.
By the way, this game has CBS2 style throws. Just hold the heavy button forward and backward and throw them. So that's generally a really good punish to see, okay, can I throw punish this? Being how fast throws are in this game because of that particular mechanic and how it's like CBS2 throws. You can test, see, okay, is this safe or not? If I can throw it, probably not. Try focusing on that, if not a jab situation. So spacing is also very important when it comes to punishing stuff. It's like right in your face, trying to go for a regular throw, not the worst idea.
Put the way in, body splash. There it is. Finding a simple confirm, but this is where it becomes dangerous. Tries to go for the empty jump low. I like it. WhoDat tried to make their way in, but a really decent confirm. And Antarctica found him on the last hit yet again. Provided they don't drop this, they're going to be able to keep it going. And there it is, the super. Not going to be able to get the kill, but it's going to be very close, yes.
No punch for you, but we got him! The Dragon Breath is stuck in Mikey's throat, but he had a flash kick waiting. That's one trade you make every single day.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to use that invulnerability. Just find a way out. If you got to trade, right? If you have the life lead, there's nothing wrong with trading. You can always work out in your favor. Nice.
Very smart air to air. Oh, you saw he went for command grab, but Wingnut backed off. I wanted to see Wingnut's command grab because he got adjusted, so it's different from how it was before. The whole team comes to play. Right now, WhoDat is on set point, but Antarctica team one more round and make it 2-1. Take that blanket away from WhoDat.
Dive bomb. Making their way in. There it is. Toss out the projectile. Dives yet again. He's still trying to maintain pressure on the side of Antarctica. I like it. WhoDat finding his gap where he needed to.
Got him
Good
again.
Super.
That's smarts.
Oh,
there's the command grab. Stun? Not quite.
Nice,
another one. Now we
grab.
kick it in.
There it is, and had the stun just in case it didn't end up killing either.
Just call WhoDat Arthur because Antarctica is showing why he is the tick. Now we're going to Clayface. As I said, WhoDat's roster runs deep.
Yeah, you did mention that. It was one of those things where it's like, of course, having a variety of different characters to find an answer that you may be lacking, or especially if that's one of the biggest things I think for people and players who have such diverse roster of characters. A lot of people say that it's best to just dedicate two characters max, main, sub character. In this situation, it's great. If there's something that you found out that you're lacking, there might be a character that can compensate for that, and you can adapt, but your opponent may not be able to. What a solid start so far. This is so much damage. Unblockable. Oh my goodness.
Again, even though this is the quote-unquote final balance patch, we are going to make some adjustments, especially this little bit too dominant. And right now, he dropped it. That doesn't count, though. That doesn't mean that's a feature. The other stuff, though, I think could use a little bit of toning down.
Yeah.
WhoDat is on set point once again.
Absolutely.
And now with, again, a new face off the bench.
I'll try to find a way in. Oh, there it is.
So you saw how that was the Omega version. That's why I could OTG like that. So that's something to keep track of when you're seeing some OTG. It depends which version he's using.
There it is. This is it. Unblockable.
Yep.
There's the death.
You saw he tried to get out, and it's going to happen.
There it is. Death. And WhoDat takes it here in grand finals. TMNT Cross Justice League. An amazing display of prowess from all of these players. WhoDat, hey, listen. Sometimes you just got to look at a character it is you're fighting. You just got to be like, it really do be like that. And then you just move on. That's it. Like, sometimes you just got to accept that.
The way WhoDat plays, it's always to prove a point. And I'm not just saying that because of his dominance or his competitive spirit, both of which he has abundance. Like, he's also someone that I look to, particularly for old school Soul Calibur as well. Like, he is well versed in both 2D and 3D games. But he's also someone, because again, this is a community all about passion, all about excitement, all about showing how much you love this game, how much you want it to be great. The way WhoDat plays to prove a point to see, can you make this game better? And whether it be to show off the busted stuff or to show off the optimal stuff, he has made a mission to get people into this game and get new blood into this game. And you can get this game. This is again, it's a fan game, so it is free. You can download for free. Just Google TMNT Cross Just League Turbo or TMNT X Just League Turbo. As a reminder, it's got the Street Fighter Cross Tekken rule about the cross and the X. And you can find it, you can download it, and you can join our Discord. And we will do our best to find the Discord link and make sure it's on the YouTube upload for this. So you can join our community and enjoy this game. It's not just about the competitiveness either or the gameplay you're seeing. It's also about the various extra features like the story mode. We have a detailed story mode for multiple characters. We have arcade endings unique to every character, not multiple characters. We have not just story mode that you've seen from the last 2 years from the old Turbo update, but we've had 3 new unique DLC story modes. One for Karai, one for Asuka, and one for Clayface, who you just saw win Combo Breaker.
Amazing.
And again, Clayface is a character that's pretty near and dear to me because I did have a very, very heavy hand in his story mode with finding the artist, with creating the storyboard, with writing everything, curating the music. Lots of stuff, lots of love has gone to Clayface, as it has for every character in this game. So whether it be the arcade endings, whether it be the campaign story mode, or the DLC story modes for Karai, Asuka, and Clayface, or if you just want to play online, it has rollback now.
That's awesome. Yeah, an amazing time to actually be able to participate and enjoy so many different aspects of this game. If you guys want to be able to do it, you guys can go ahead and download it. We're going to toss it up to the medal ceremony right now.
Slayer!
Ohio versus everything. So it might have been a little bit slick
In
before,
third
but
place,
you cannot deny the passion this community has. Again, Senko, one of my fellow staff members, he has fought hard
In
to be
second
up here in
place,
this medal suit.
Antarctica!
Antarctica again, out west, another second place.
And your
well-earned.
champion, who's that?
Yes, sir.
All right, who's that? It's WhoDat. 3 years in a row.
Once again, give it up for your finalists!
Absolutely amazing time seeing this here. So much camaraderie, so much love, and I love the fact of just seeing these type of communities come together, whether it be fan-made games or the ones it is that we already know and love, right? I think it's important to not only just come out, even if you feel like it's not great, if you feel like this is something that you want to be able to do, this is what's important. It's the fact that you have the ability, the prowess, the love, and the know-it-all as a fighting game player to come out to this, enjoy the tournament, enjoy the bracket, meet new people, enjoy the game, whatever game it is that you may be at. There are over 21 titles here at Combo Breaker. There's a lot of games here. There's a game for anybody out there, for anybody that wants to be able to experience this type of stuff. Be sure that you guys come here next year or even go to EVO this year. It is absolutely phenomenal time. I can't suggest it enough.
There is always something buzzing. You have nowhere to look. My
Always.
friends.
Always.
For example, for those of you who will be at CEO, and we do have Jabali in the house. I saw him at Super Turbo a little bit earlier. I'll be running Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Tekken Tag Tournament too.
Oh, sick! Yeah. Hey, listen, Tag 2 is my favorite Tekken there is. Like in my personal opinion, I know I might get tomatoes thrown at me for that, but it's genuinely one of my favorite Tekkens. I actually love Tag 2 a lot.
All right, so like I said, there's something for everyone. You just got to know where to look, and in this case, Combo Breaker is where you got to be. Particularly when it comes to TMNT Cross Justice League. Again, this is our third year at this event. It was a main stage game a couple of years ago, 2022, where I got top 8 as well. But here I'm on the mic doing what I love, which is telling people about this community, telling people about this game, and having individuals such as yourself kind of share that love with me. So thank you so much for lending your energy.
Absolutely.
This is why you're the life of the party, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It's honestly been an absolutely wonderful time. I've been loving every single minute of it. Grand Finals was a spectacle to be able to behold. It has been an absolutely wonderful and lovely time to be able to be here. Of course, thank you for having me here as well, Psycho. It's been awesome being able to see this game and see the community come together in such a wonderful light. I hope you guys have been able to enjoy the game for all that it is worth. If you guys want to be able to see more of this, of course, you can go online, download whatever it is that you can. TMNT Cross Justice League, you guys will be able to find it everywhere, and it has online, and it's getting rollback. So that's
has rollback.
Has rollback, and an absolutely amazing thing. So you guys can be able to connect with whoever it is that you want to be able to connect with, any friends, family, anybody wants to be able to play with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
This is Psycho Blue, they're the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag TMNT Cross Justice League Turbo. Once again, this is a free fan game. You can Google it, TMT X Justice League Turbo, and you can join our Discord. You can compete. You can enjoy the campaign if you're a fan of either franchise. We made sure a lot of love and a lot of research put into all those characters. Or you can just vibe, because we got a pretty cool community, as you saw, and how well-traveled we are and how diverse we are.
Absolutely.
So once again, this is my partner, Fawn. Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely, man.
We will see each and every one of you next time, wherever and whenever it may be. Keep crossing those lines, everybody.